it's a beautiful day out here in Prince William Sound. We have a closure today and then an area wide opener tomorrow, so we're just positioning for the next day, for tomorrow to be in the right spot hopefully and do well fishing. This is an update on a cabin build that I have going on down in Kodiak. It was originally featured on the Discovery Channel, Land Rush, and then we kind of we did it in the fall, and we ran into weather and things like that, and so the project was on hold for a few years. We got back into it this spring and got to working on the cabin, and one of the things I did was I custom built my doors to the cabin out of some butcher block counters that I bought at Home Depot. And with the hardware and everything, I had about, I think, $300 or something into the doors, and to have them a double door made and shipped out to Kodiak would have been, $3 grand or something ridiculous like that. So what I saved paid for the rest of the windows that I put in the cabin, and anyway, what follows is the progress of building the door for the cabin. I hope you enjoy it. So last major project here is to put the door in. So Andrew pulled out that header there, and we got to widen it a little bit. We're going to make a homemade door with these butcher block countertops. We've got 2 of them here, and then I've got an old porthole that was salvaged off a tugboat. And then we got some weather stripping and some other stuff here that's going to go on there. Some strap hinges, things like that. So these hinges will go on there, and hopefully it'll turn out. Marking out the porthole here.
That'd be a pretty good circle.
Like a dartboard. So he's got drill a hole. We're gonna take the jigsaw and try to cut that. Hopefully it'll do it. I think we only have 1 blade, so we'll see. Might be a sawzall or a chainsaw job. So I got it cut out. I had to take my time. Old trusty rusty on that jigsaw blade to get the trick, but I had to go real slow. Something that I underestimated was how hard the glue was going to be, and it kept fucking the jigsaw back at me, so I had to have a real light touch and just go real slow. Looks like I got a little bit of cleaning up to do on these edges here. I got a rasp, I'll take care of that. I'm gonna smooth those out a little bit, and then we'll mark out the holes to bolt the porthole on. So the porthole fits pretty nicely, actually. This is the side that'll be facing out. So I want to square it up, and I'll mark those holes to drill it, and then I'll bolt it and caulk it in. So I marked out all the carriage bolt holes and got them drilled out. I don't have quite a big enough bit, so I might have to do a little redneck engineering here. All right, so now I got the holes in for the carriage bolts after we had to ream them out a little bit. Now I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to dry fit that window and see how it fits, that porthole. And then if everything looks good, then I'll go ahead and caulk everything in and bolt it into place. So we took the glass out because there's this little thing right here. I gotta nib those bolts down a little bit in order for it to fit on. And it looks like same here with the hinges. This one will have to be cut as well, right here, so that the pin hinge can go in there. But everything so far looks pretty good. I'm gonna stand it up and see how it looks on the exterior. So it's a pretty decent fit, just a little bit of a gap down here at the bottom and a little bit tight up top, and it was probably from my cut and how I drilled the holes for it. But by the time that's all caulked up, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I'm happy with the way this is fit up. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do on the wood where I had to ream it out, and then I'm going to caulk it, and then I'll pull it back together and bolt it up, and then I've got to shorten these bolts in order to put the glass back in. I'll flip it around and look. The boys are just about done framing in for the door, and then we'll put the strap hinges on and the door hardware, and that'll be pretty much a done deal. So this is the gap. I got a little bit of wood to clean up here. I'll get caulk inside of here. I'll caulk this really well, and then I'll pull it in and bolt it. I've got a nut up here on the top, on the back side, and one down on the bottom to keep it from falling off. And with the glass on, I'm able to stand it up and work on both sides. So I got some old caulking here to kind of clean up. I probably should have done that before I installed it, but typical in a hurry. Trying to get as much done as I can.
Let's get our heights.
See where that's going to go on here. So I had to stop putting these on because they caught up with me, and these are just kind of slow going with the galvanizing. But it's in here securely. The nuts are all started. So let's see. You got a strap hinge?
Yep.
So
This is going to be out of the way.
right, that'll be down, and it's going to be on the other side anyway, right? So looks like we can just kind of split the difference, or maybe even line it up even with the top of the window.
Yeah, that might be better. You don't want it too high.
Right. So if we make it the bottom of it even with the top of that
Bottom
window.
is at 4 inches. I'm going to say.
So just put that at 4 inches then.
The bottom of it is at 4.
Is that too high? We got room to come down. Let's put the top of it at 4, huh?
No, I'd say 4.5 or 5.
Okay, let's put it at 5.
I'd say, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't think we want it too near the top because then I split away and stuff.
Exactly.
And there's enough there. So here's a way to look on this side. We'll put it at 5. You know, there's a lot of room here. This is the side. Now, how is this going to go all the way to the edge or past it?
That's going to go right around there, yeah.
Because one thing we got to watch out for is hitting the flange on the back side.
Right.
I think we're clear right there.
Yeah, so that hole that's at 6. And the hole is at, I can't see
10.
it.
6 and 10. 6 and 10.
So if you come down 6 and come over 10, it's right
you're
there.
Gonna be okay.
So we're going 6? Is that what we're doing? Or was
Well,
it 5?
I think 6 is too low, but if we go, what if we put the center at 6? Center them at 6. 6 from the top, 6 from the bottom.
Let's pick a an edge.
Oh, an
so
edge,
5.
okay.
We're gonna go down 5.
Well, I think we got the layout here for the strap hinges. That'll work. So we're buttoning everything up here. We're gonna head back to town tomorrow morning. The Lund, the outboard, we hit the beach and killed the motor. Spun the hub out of the inside of the prop. So we had to row in a little boat, which is kind of sketchy. But we're covering up the windows to try to keep the bears from pushing them in. And Ray's putting the hardware in the door.
They look cool. When the door's closed, it's
Yeah, kind of add something to it. Throw a little tongue oil on here, try to preserve this butcher block. Overall, I think the door turned out pretty good for taking an old countertop.
old people putting in an old countertop.
Old countertop and an old porthole for a boat. Some hardware. Custom, one of a kind. That's soaking that oil right up.
Yep. Might as well, we might want to give it 5-10 minutes, throw another coat on it, or whoever's.
Might be just enough time for a cold snap.
Yeah. So, you got the hardware, got the hinges.
Ready to put that on.
Got your keepers. Got that.
Got a handle with the keepers on the inside yet to do on this, but we're kind of out of time now.
Daylights are burning.
Someone left some blood.
That was Andrew.
Probably me, I bleed every day.
He's a leaker. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming up from Michigan to help out. Spend a little time in Kodiak.
I live in Illinois. He lives in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
that's right. Wisconsin? Oh, yeah, so Calvin's Michigan.
Midwest out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look through the porthole, Andrew. Are you in there? There he is. Oh, you can't see him.
I can see you.
Oh wait. Oh, there you are. Now I can see you. The glare was happening.
Yeah, throw a little more oil in here. Hope I got enough.
Got the cabin cleaned up a little bit.
We burned through that stack of lumber.
Yeah, not a lot of lumber left. A little bit here and there.
It was a heck of a stack when we started.
So you're getting it all off the main floor too?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of room. Headaches.
Wax on, wax off.
Soaking in, man. Probably turn out that brown bears love tongue oil. They just chew their way through the they're eating whale oil.
Tongue oil.
It's got to taste better than that whale they were eating. That thing's pretty nasty. The whale washed up on the beach and it was full of bears, and then one big one claimed it for his own. Yeah, this is just soaking in. Oof. Analyze. Money shot. Yeah, so I think these doors turned out all right. Definitely gonna need reapplications of the tongue oil for a while. Good reason to come back. There's the side by side with the oil and alcohol.
There you go. Looking good.
All right, we'll hit this one and then we'll lock her up.
You gotta get the glare. Yeah, if you get down here, the glare's not so bad.
Need some cleaning.
Did you bring the Windex?
And then we got to clean up all the bronze and get that all cleaned up. That's a good Michelle project. Still got a little work to do on the porthole here, but we can cut those off. But we're out of time. Gotta go commercial fishing now. Pay for this stuff. It's nice, it's like to be a cameraman on a reality TV show.
Does it pay well?
Just fun. I have no idea. Following some idiot like me around, just filming me, waiting for me to say something funny, which usually only happens when the camera's off. I'm not sponsored by Discovery Channel.
I'm sponsored by MGD, I think. I don't know. I should be.
Old snacks. Are you sponsoring them?
Yeah, well, that's more like it. Oh, it's a lot clearer out now. You can actually see across the bay.
Yeah, it's like,
You know?
City. Okay. Wind's dying down.
Last couple of days been a little rainy. Beautiful today. Got to be what? 45 to 50?
Yeah. Hey, do I have to worry about this tongue oil catching on fire?
Yeah.
That is kind of a thing with
Yeah. You don't want to.
Well, I mean, it's not being smart anywhere here.
No, if you used rags and you piled up the rags.
Yeah, it'll catch on fire.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Safety pointer, huh?
Yeah, so just leave the brush outside and it'll be fine.
That's fine.
You missed a spot. Oh wait, no, you're getting it. Yeah, to get underneath there, good.
Yeah.
It's not warranted unless you paint all 6 edges,
Right.
is what they say. Nice.
This spot is that just...
It's just sucking in.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, next time you'll have more time. You can do it early, you know.
A couple times. Couple
Right.
applications.
I'm not a very good cameraman, so.
Just shut it off.